All right, hello, sixth graders. Hard to believe that we are approaching the end of the school year already, but I just wanted to show you some options that you're going to have as we enter this last unit and these last few weeks of school. Now, I know that some of you have been totally liking the new setup and things like that. So those of you that kind of just like want to know exactly what to do and have so many problems to do, you will definitely have that option. For those of you that maybe want to try something a little bit different and a little bit more creative, St. Paul Public Schools is actually launching this nationwide initiative to get math to be more interactive, and I'm going to give you the option to participate in that. Here's how it's going to look. I still have all of our folders set up by week, so you're going to go into this week's folder. As you can see, I don't have it published yet because I'm recording it beforehand. So the week of May 18th through the 22nd. Our new unit is all on equations. So everything is going to be about solving equations and building different ideas and how to do that. Some of it we've been doing throughout the year with our puzzles. We're just going to be digging a little bit deeper. So day one, after you watch this, you'll see there's a list of kind of just directions for you to follow. You're just going to respond to each of the discussion prompts. So there's 4 different prompts with 4 little video clips. And you're just going to talk about what you notice or wonder and kind of conclusions that you're drawing from each of those prompts. So not a lot of options for day one. When you start getting into day 2 though, what you're going to notice might be different is this top piece where it says choose one of the 2 practice options for today. Now I'm going to post this all the time for those of you that sometimes miss the directions the first time, and you're just going to kind of go through this. So you will have a choice in how you're showing your practice and understanding. So option 1, like I said, traditional type of practice. You're going to be completing a few practice problems, submitting them, and you're done. Option number 2 is moving into that district initiative, which is called Math with Me Minnesota. And what you're going to be doing is taking what we know and creating what they call math installations around your home, either inside or outside, using objects that you have in your house. Could be candy, could be chalk, could be Legos, could be whatever you can find, right? And you are going to create different math installations that people can interact with. These first few ones I'm going to give you and ask you to recreate them and kind of reflect on. And then eventually you will get ones that I'll say, all right, I need you to create an equation with an answer of 7 or something, and you'll have to go do that. And then for the last week, you'll have a couple of options. You'll either be able to take the traditional summative, like what we just did, where you'll have so many questions and you just go in and you answer them on Schoology, or you're going to be able to create your own installation and just answer some reflection questions for those of you that want to do something a little bit more creative. So I'm still going to ask that you watch the video and take the notes, so you're still getting the experience of seeing what we're doing as part of this unit. There'll still be the completed notes for you to look at. So what we're going to be looking at is called hands-on equations. It'll look something like this once you're all done. So you'll see a lot of triangles and squares and things like that, and we'll create kind of different rules and what we call legal moves as we move through. Then you're going to get to the practice part. And the practice part, you'll see here, there's a PDF version if you need to. Choice number 1, this top one, that puzzle piece, is your traditional type of homework. So you'll go in here. I don't have it accepting submissions right now, so you won't be able to get into it right now. But basically, it's just like what we've been doing. You'll go in. There are like 4 questions for you to answer, and you'll do that. Option number 2 is choice number 2 down here. It's a discussion prompt. What you're going to do is you'll see my prompt. So here I actually at my house took some chalk, and these are 4 different equations that I wrote out, and you're just going to do which one doesn't belong. So why you think one of them doesn't belong, and explain your reasoning. And then the second part of this is for you to recreate this image at your home using any materials. So maybe you draw it out on a piece of paper, maybe you have some sidewalk chalk, Maybe you can recreate it with blocks that you have at home. But you want to put it somewhere and then talk with a family member, a friend, or neighbor, and get their opinion. So which one did they think didn't belong? So I did this with my 8-year-old son, and we kind of talked through which ones he thought didn't belong and why. And then you're just going to share that in your discussion. Better yet, if you can get a picture of yours and include that, then we'll kind of see what different ideas people are coming up with, and we'll be able to kind of do that all together. For those of you that want extra practice, there's definitely some extra practice still. And then you'll see day 3 is kind of set up the same way. There'll be a video, and then you'll have your 2 practice choices, the traditional one, or you'll have kind of that discussion prompt again. If you have any questions, let me know. Please feel free to reach out. And it might be one of those that some days you feel like doing the traditional practice, and some days you feel like doing the Math with Me Minnesota prompt. So kind of whichever is more to your taste on a given day. It doesn't mean that just because you did the traditional homework on day 1 doesn't mean that you have to do the traditional on day 2. This is all about flexibility and using your voice and choice for these last few weeks of school. So I hope you have a lot of fun with this. It was kind of fun for me to create some of these at my house, and I look forward to seeing all of your ideas.